so today we have Jolene with us, and I'm so excited because we met a while ago, probably now about, what, 4 or 5 years ago?
Something like that.
Yeah, but you've taken quite a journey, and I'm so excited for you to be able to tell us about what you're up to right now, and that you're actually a sponsor for our fashion show as well as a model for our fashion show. That's exciting. Yeah. So yeah, tell us what you're working on.
Okay, so I have a line of apothecary and hand-dyed goods that I launched in December of 2019. So all of the apothecary is handmade by me. It's either organic or locally sourced or both if I can find it. There are some items, like one of the items in the gift basket that I'm putting for the show is there's like a triple sage blend in a bath salt that I grew in my garden. So if I can access things locally, that's what I do. Everything is vegan as well. And then I also do botanical hand-dyed goods. So most of the items that I dye, if they're a clothing item, I try to upcycle. So I thrift a lot.
Yep.
And so I'm always kind of looking if something doesn't fit me, but it's gorgeous or it's silk or a natural fiber, I just buy it and put it in a bin. And then, at a later day, if I feel inspired to dye that thing, that's what I'll do. And then I'm also working on, or was working on, my first solo exhibition for Nuit Blanche. And right now I'm still waiting for a response from the organizers as to whether it's actually going to happen or not. But regardless, I'm still going through and I'm working on larger textile tapestry landscapes, which I'm really enjoying. It's a bit tricky to work on them in a small space.
Yeah.
But I'm making do, and it's I'm happy to be in a place where, because as with you, I studied couture, I worked in the fashion industry for a long time, and things are very seasonal, they're very structured, there's a lot of pressure to produce.
Yes.
And that was something that never really flowed with me. And so being able to work on things in a way that feels more organic to me, I'm really enjoying.
Yeah. I really stress to everyone, and I'm going to put a link to your Instagram as well as your website when I put this video out, but you have the most beautiful process pictures.
Thank you.
And I think everything that you've talked about and summing up what your creative process is, it's seen in the content, the pictures that you post. It's so beautiful, and you can really tell the attention to detail that goes into everything that you're working on. It's lovely.
Thank you.
And so what would you say do you enjoy about collaboration?
So I feel when I strike a chord with someone and I'm lucky enough to flow on that level with someone, that it brings together not just where my brain goes, because my brain is just there's a lot going on in there, but it also brings that other person's elements of what they work with. And I feel like it gives me a different perspective, and it gives me a different way of looking at things. And obviously it deepens the relationship of who I'm working with, because either it's someone who is an artist who's working with botanicals as well, like even the one place that I do purchase from locally, they live close to my Oma and Opa's old farm. And so, it's very special when these connections happen to me. And again, they happen very organically. It's like, if I really love what someone's doing, I will always reach out and say, hey, I love this, it's great. Yeah. Or if it's a product, if I'm able to purchase it, I'll purchase it. Yeah. But I also really like to support local artists or people that are artisans doing things. And I feel like, especially now with COVID, we have the power to make choices. We have the power to buy where we want to buy, support who we want to support. And I feel if we can do that in a local way and support our local economy, it's incredibly important right now. even if you end up buying less because say it's a dollar or two more expensive, I would rather put that, say, in your pocket than send it overseas, or, you know, send it to like a really large corporation that doesn't care about our $10 or $20 or $50 purchase, you know?
Exactly. Totally.
So I feel like a lot of magic can happen with collaborations, and sometimes they come out of the strangest of places where you don't expect it.
That's right. Those are the most magical ones.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
So we mentioned that you're in the show.
Yes.
You have quite a few looks in the show, and we've posted some teasers of your pictures in our Instagram stories. But for the actual show date, from your VIP seat in your COVID quarantine, what will be the fashion that you will be wearing?
I think I'm gonna wear my velvet Sakura set that I actually have on right now, because I just finished the video for you because I lost light the night that I was shooting originally. Yeah, so I'm thinking the long line velvet Sakura set, and then because I also have my child, I will probably be wearing my silk hand-dyed indigo pajama pants.
Those are so fabulous.
I found again with the thrift, like I found the silk pajama pants, I think at Salvation Army for $2 on a 50% off day.
Oh my God. What?
So they were $1, and then I hand dyed them. So
beautiful. So yeah, do let us know what your fabulous gift bag is going to be that you're giving away to some of our RSVP guests for the fashion show.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a code for 25% off for everybody, so that Carrie can launch that the day of the show. And then in the giveaway, I've put together a few things that I felt would be useful for your audience, me being one of them. So the first thing is a dream herb tea, which is a combination of passion flower and mugwort. It's entirely organic, and the reason it's called dream herb is because it's incredible for sleep. So a lot of people are having like really unusual sleep schedules right now. I struggled with sleep my whole life, and this is the one thing that I used to take sleeping pills, for example, but I no longer do. And I'll take the dream herb tea before bed if I need it, and I'm sleepy. So that's amazing. Yeah, so that's one thing. I'm gonna do 3 botanical tinctures. So the first one is my fire rose. So it's 3 types of roses, including fresh petals. And Venus is in retrograde right now. And so a lot of people are feeling a lot of things around relationships. And rose is incredible for keeping your heart open. So I wanted to put that one in there. And it tastes delicious. The second one is a juniper tincture. So the juniper was handpicked by me. And juniper, I mean, typically we know it being in gin.
Yep.
But on its own, it's actually really good for digestion. So again, like a lot of people's eating habits have changed since we're at home. So I figured that would be good to pop in there as well. And then the third one, those 2 are both processed cold press in vodka, local vodka. And then the last one is a hibiscus tincture that's cold pressed in tequila. So hibiscus has a load of vitamins in it and vitamin C. Those can be used just like a couple drops in water and you can drink it, or you can also add them to cocktails. So if you've got fabulous people that make incredible cocktails, those will be great. Yeah. The next thing that I'm putting in is a rose copal body butter. The copal was from Mexico, and it's a combination of mango butter, shea butter, and olive oil, all organic. And I did a hot press for the roses, so it smells really beautiful.
Right after this call, I'm hopping on your website.
Okay.
I have to have that. I have to.
I don't know if that one's up there, but I'll put it up because the rose copal body butter and the juniper body butters were in the gift pack.
Okay. Okay.
Take a look, and I'll do a separate listing for them this week. And then they'll be up. And then the next thing is, we were talking about things I grow in my garden, my small garden, but I've done a bath salt that is triple sage. So there's a white sage, a green sage, and a purple sage with eucalyptus.
Oh,
And then the next thing is a nice slab of my favorite soap. So it's a classic French Savon de Marseille. And this soap can be used for probably 10 different uses. It can be used on bodies, it can be used on babies, it can be used on dogs, cleaning jewelry, cleaning anything. But I clean and I always have cleaned all of my lingerie in French Savon de Marseille. It's super gentle, it's olive oil based, it's vegan. So there'll be a nice slab in there. And then there's a red French clay Savon de Marseille that's got some roses on top.
So that itself is so beautiful. It's almost too nice to use.
You got to use it though.
You got to use it. Okay.
So I know that you use a lot of floral prints in your work.
Yes.
So I figured that would tie really nicely. And then the last thing I'm going to throw in is a coconut cleaning bar. And this is not for human skin. Coconut oil soaps actually really, really dry out the skin, and most people don't know that.
Okay.
But coconut oil is a fantastic all-natural cleaner. So anything from dishes, tiles, floors, you name it. Even if you've got really, you've burnt something on your stove, it happens to all of us on our pots, but this is great. You can use the loofah to really get it out. You can also just grate, get a cheese grater and grate it, and then mix it in hot water and do wash your floors and stuff.
Wow.
So I don't use scented products, and I don't use chemical products.
Yeah.
On myself. Plus I have a small human and I have 2 cats. So I always consider what am I washing my floors with today? That's
a really good point. Absolutely. Yeah. And I love the fact that you have this knowledge, because I think it's really exciting to talk to you about these things, because myself, I would love to use more natural products, and I try, but I'm sort of caught in that cycle of, I have so much demand with my business, and then I don't have time to do this research. But then as I'm scrolling through Instagram and I see your beautiful pictures of all the things that you make, it stops me in my tracks. And then your caption, and you have this perfectly summarized, caption of exactly what is that product and how it can help. And I'm like, it's just gorgeous, It's lovely. Oh, well, thank you so much for that. That's a lot of things. When you said you're going to contribute, I mean, you contributed so much. I thank you. I can't even thank you enough.
No, you're welcome. It's my pleasure.
Great. All right. Well, we'll see you at the show.
See you at the show.
Yeah.